Hi guys, so on today's video we have a Rosso Cobra scooter and I'm going to show you how to replace ignition switch. On my previous videos you have seen how to test it from the controller compartment side, how to override it for the diagnostic, but I never showed how to replace the actual switch. So you will need to loosen this handle bracket screws so you can lower it down a little bit, just a little bit, not much, so you can have access to this little window right here. On the opposite side you have exactly the same, and that's where you're going to push it with two flat screwdrivers, so on both sides at the same time, until it pops out, as you can see. So basically you've been pushing this tab. Now once you push those tabs and the actual switch will pop up a little bit, you can actually push it with a screwdriver. It will not come out that easy as I am showing you right now. It might be pretty tight, so you will think that the cable is too short, but the cable is actually pretty long because it's going all the way through this pipe to the controller compartment. So the cable is long enough, but because of this headlight and other cables are jamming this cable inside of the pipe, you might be feeling some tension. So you will have to push it little by little, apply some force until you will pull out, like, let's say 1 inch of a cable that you can work on this wire right here. Now once you buy a new ignition switch, if you will buy original one from this scooter, it will come with such a long cable that you would have to insert through this pipe. But this is really too much work, because you will have to remove all of those cables and this, you know, in order to have a room to insert this wire. And you will have to have a fishing tool, like a special wire that you can pull it through this pipe. Anyway, this is too much work. So once you're going to have a new ignition, you don't have to buy the original from the scooter. You can buy a same one that Rosso company using for the ATV with a short cable. As long as you're going to have a new ignition with the new keys, this is your goal, to replace just this part, those two parts. So my advice would be, it's either to open this cap right here and unsolder those wires. As you can see, there is only 2 wires, so you will need a soldering iron to unsolder those 2 wires and solder to your new ignition switch. Okay, but if you don't have a soldering wire, then that's okay. There is another method. Just simply cut this wire right here as close as possible to the switch itself, so you can have just 2 wires. Now this is my little tip: get yourself a little clamp so you can clamp this wire to the pipe, to this stem. Okay, so it's not going to run away from you, so you can work freely on this wire. And once you cut those 2 wires, you can just simply hardwire it to a new ignition switch. So cut piece from the new ignition switch, so you can have, you know, 2 bare wires on this end. I'm not gonna damage this new ignition. This is for the educational purposes. So once you're going to have 2 red and a black wire coming out from here, do the same on this side, so you can have 2 bare wires, red and black. And simply use a regular electrical connector to connect them together. Now, don't worry about connecting, you know, red to black. It doesn't matter the color, the polarity. There is only 2 wires. So 2 wires that will be coming from here connect to 2 wires that will be going to the new switch. Now this electrical connector is pretty strong, but you can also apply electrical tape over to make it even stronger. Once you connect those 2 wires to the switch, you will have enough room for those electrical connectors to go inside, and then you just pop in the new switch. This would be the easiest way how to replace the ignition on a Cobra scooter. Thanks.